Savior's birth. Now, may I call our speaker, Reverend Dr. Hukato and Shohi, Principal, Trinity Theological College. Please start coming to your time.
Good evening, friends. It is truly a very humbling experience as well as a very, very great privilege and an honor for me to have this wonderful fellowship with the pastors. Pastors in the literal sense, people who take care of the sheep, and not in the official designated sense. I am truly humbled because throughout my ministry, I have always feared one profession, ministry among the Christian church. I mean Christian ministry, and that is pastoral ministry. People, I don't know, maybe I overreact or maybe I over-imagine, but I can feel the life of a pastor in the sense that every moment of your life, every step you take, the type of food you eat, the way you talk, the way you live with your children, everything is open to public's eyes. And that, I feel, is a very, very great responsibility. And in the midst of that, knowing that reality, the courage to take up the responsibility of the pastor, that is truly, truly outstanding and worth respecting. And that is why I always tell my colleagues and friends, if there is one ministry that I truly accept as undoable for me, that is the pastoral ministry. And to be having this fellowship in your midst, I am truly humbled and thankful to God for this opportunity. I would also like to convey my greetings and respects on behalf of Trinity Theological College. It's not a very small college, but that is an opportunity that God has granted us to train young ministers and leaders for the churches. And insofar as we are involved in training of young ministers and leaders, I take that as another equally important responsibility. Our college is, like most of the theological colleges, church-based. The support, the opinion, the concern of the church is very, very important to us. I always tell my colleagues, if the college has no church support, our ministry is meaningless. Because if the church does not need us anymore, then we are training people, we are deluding the people that we are supposed to train. And so in that sense, I also take my ministry as something that is helpful for the church, and I pray and I wish and I hope that you will remember us in your ministry. Yeah. Also, let me extend my deep gratitude to the program committee, the president and his colleagues for giving me this opportunity to share this platform. Like I said, the platform with the pastors is truly a very, very big challenge as well as a very humbling experience for me, and I'm thankful for that. If I were to share a story, I think today is the right time for me to share a story. An evangelist was traveling through the villages. Now, this evangelist was appointed to visit a village, and he had prepared everything so well. He prepared a sermon for almost 1 hour, and he was all ready to go and meet the churches. But the day he went to the village, that was a very important day in the field. And hardly anybody came. The first bell rang, no one turned up, except for the one single person who was ringing the bell. The second bell rang, nobody turned up. So the pastor asked this man who was with him in the church. He said, what shall I do? Should I preach or not? Should I take the time in the church or not? So that all villagers just simply told him, Pastor, when I go out to feed the pigs, or when I go out to feed the chickens, even if one chicken comes, or even if 15 chicken comes, I feed and I go back. So the young evangelist was really encouraged. So he took the opportunity and then he spoke the whole sermon that he had prepared with only one congregation. And at the end of that long sermon, wonderfully prepared sermon, the two of them closed the service. And as he came walking towards the door, that man said, Pastor, even if one come or 10 come, I feed them, but I feed according to the number. If one comes, I give a little bit. If 10 comes, I give that much. Well, I don't know whether I can feed that way, but I'll try to see what I can and adjust the time according to the number of people that we have here. We all know that Christianity is the religion here in our place. We are all familiar with what is good, what is bad. Almost all of us are familiar. I don't know whether we are familiar with the person Jesus Christ or not, but we are familiar with the name Jesus Christ. And we are all, for second generations and third generation Christians, very few first generation Christians, but they are very few. So, it's good. But at the same time, we also need to remember that the English saying, familiarity breeds contempt. We are so familiar with Christian as a religion. I don't know if we are familiar with it as a faith, but as a religion, we are so familiar with Christian religion that many of us who have taken the celebration of Christmas for granted. And for many of us, Christmas is the season where there is the dandung, kanauna, exchange of gifts, exchange of cakes, so much sharing of feasting and new clothes for the children, so forth and so on. But as leaders and as people who are taking care of the sheep, of the flock, we also need to remember that our Christmas is in danger of becoming group-based celebration. Many times, Christmas becomes exchange of gifts among the equals, celebration of new clothes and new gadgets for those who are rich and wealthy. It is a celebration of exchanging gifts among equals. Our celebration becomes group-based, class-based, and we are unable to reach out to the others. We limit ourselves within our own circle. And that is one danger that I observe amongst Christians here in Dimapur. Second problem is, like everybody says this, we have commercialized Christmas. That there are many people who don't know anything about Jesus Christ, and in many places, Christmas celebration means Santa Claus and the star. That is the other danger that we have to face, whether we like it or not. I'm sorry, by profession I'm a teacher, I may speak like that. The third danger that we encounter in this Christmas celebration is outward celebration. Christmas has become a public affair. Christmas is a celebration in the streets and in the church compound. Christmas has become a celebration of the public arena. We forget the fact that Christmas is also a celebration within ourselves, in the interior of ourselves. And so, keeping this in mind, I think that I am very, very happy that today it is in the Advent celebration. I am standing here to have fellowship with you, just to remind one another, not that you don't know. After all, this is the food that you share. You know it. And yet at the same time, I just want to remind ourselves once more about what Christmas really means. Christmas really means Jesus Christ. And don't forget, please, that Jesus Christ was one of the most hated person in his time. Only one group of people walked with him. Those who were suffering, those who were considered as sinners, those who were outcast, those who were declared as sinners in terms of ritualism. Those were the people who found joy in Jesus Christ. It's very interesting. I just want to base my short my short meditation on two passages. One is taken up from Matthew chapter 2. Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 to 8. That's the story of the birth of Jesus Christ. Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 to 8. We all know the story of the three wise men coming to the palace of Herod and saying about the Messiah that is to be born. And the reaction there you see. I'm not going in detail, I'm just jumping through because I want to feel exactly the amount that you deserve. And in verse 3 of the chapter 2, we see that when they heard that the Messiah was being born, we see the reaction of Herod and his people and the whole of Jerusalem, as it is said in Matthew chapter 2, verse 3. They were troubled. They were troubled. Why were they troubled? Shouldn't they be happy? Messiah, the anointed one of God, is being born in their midst. And Herod, the king of the Jews, and all the people who lived in capital were troubled. Why were they disturbed? What was it about the Messiah that troubled them, that threatened them? They were troubled because they were threatened. The question is, why were they threatened? That is a very interesting section that I've come in the narratives, birth narratives of Jesus Christ. The second one is in Luke chapter 2, verse 15 to 20. And we are also familiar with this story also. And as the shepherds were waiting for the sheep, guarding the sheep, the angel of the Lord appeared to them and then gave them the news that Messiah is being born. When the shepherds saw that the angels, they were frightened, but when the angel told them that I bring good news to you, that your Messiah is being born, what happened to the shepherds? They were filled with curiosity. And so they all went to the place where the angel told them that Jesus Christ is born. And then they went there, they bowed down, they worshipped, they kneeled, they worshipped. And then in verse 16 it says that as they were coming back, they were filled with happiness. Two contrasting, two opposite reactions to the birth of Jesus Christ. One, the first reaction was that of fear, threat. The second, that of joy, happiness. I think it is most appropriate that in this Advent fellowship, as we prepare ourselves, as we prepare our churches to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, to celebrate Christmas, I think we also need to prepare them. We need to prepare them to have this Christmas in a very, very special way. And so what is the difference? The difference is this. The way of God is different from the ways of this world. The people in Jerusalem were the educated groups of people. They were the rich people. They were the powerful people. They knew the Torah. They knew what is right and what is wrong. They also knew who this Messiah is. And they also knew that through this Messiah, there is going to be some radical change in the way they perceive God. Friends, Christmas must always have two meanings or two implications. One must always be a challenge. Christmas must be a challenge for people like us. We are educated. Whether we like it or not, the pastors, the church workers, a theological teacher like me in Nagaland, we are protected in so many ways. If I go down and if I cross the police check gate and they know that I am working in the theological college, they would usually let me go. Recently on my way to Dimapur to celebrate this prayer day or college prayer day, there was this mobile checking. And in the car that I was sitting, it was written, grandly, Trinity Theological College. The policeman came up and said, Javi. And I'm sure it's the same thing that many of us will experience. You have the name, right? Baptist Church. So-and-so Baptist Church. The police will let you go. You see, we are living a very protected life. Whether we like it or not, we are living a very grand life actually. So much privileges. You read a pen. These materials are brought for the construction of the church or the theological college, for the construction of my private residence, signed pastor, signed principal. Why? In the gate also, we are given concession. If we are enjoying the fruits of the society, if we are enjoying the respects of the people, I think this Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ must challenge us. It must challenge us, not because we are doing something wrong. It must challenge us, not because people respect us, but it must challenge us to see whether this joy of Christmas is reaching out to the hungry, to the pain, to the suffering of our church members. If we don't do that, we limit ourselves to our group in the celebration of Christmas. It's interesting, isn't it? When they heard that Jesus Christ was being born, what did Herod do? He called upon the three wise men and said, he called them and said, go and see where it is. Of course, we all know that he had ulterior motive. But he was so distant. He was not involved. He was not in the life of the people. He was not in the event that was unfolding. He stood away. And the people of Jerusalem with him stood away from the event that was going to take place, that was going to bring so much change. But when the shepherds heard where Jesus Christ was being born, they went there. They went there to the place. They went there to be involved in something that is happening. I don't know whether they were aware that whether they were aware that the Messiah they expected was something entirely different. It's not mentioned in the Bible. I don't know what they expected from this Messiah. I mean the shepherds. But they were the poor ones who was out in the court, who was guarding the wealth of the people. But they went there. They went to the place where Jesus was being born. They went to the stable. They saw the manger, if the Bible is to be believed. They went to the manger, entered and saw the manger. They worshipped the manger. They involved themselves. That should be a challenge to us, isn't it? Christmas is unfolding. Just some few days. And we are going to meet Christmas. 29 days, and it's Christmas. Are we being involved? Is our church involved in the life, in the suffering, in the pain of our church? Don't get me wrong, I am not against celebration. In fact, I am one person who really enjoys feasting and celebrating. But yet at the same time, I also feel that it is our responsibility to be deeply involved in the life of the people. Until and unless we are able to involve in the life of our church, until and unless we are able to tell our members who are sitting on the top to come and be involved in the life of the people, those who are suffering, Christmas is going to be incomplete this year, my friends. And so keeping this in mind, let us move out. Let us seek. Let us challenge. Let us motivate our people to make this Christmas truly a community Christmas, a Christmas of faith and Christmas of hope. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Palbra lebih dia presiden.
Gimana khasnya? Di daerah sama nyetul juga.
Palbra lebih dia secretary.
Ini plain aja. Lotion hari.
They stay, they want to read the Bible, but they find it difficult to have the Bible. Some people, their family and friends doesn't visit the Bible. Counselor for the chapter days to
Apa dia
There is a field over there.
Dia bala itu abri itu berapa? Dia bala itu. Border
Cuando continúe con el norte, system
masa ada ni tu.
Nhưng người khuyên chứ thấy cái lần mà xây cái vấn đề chứ